Okay.
Give me a second, I'll just do an introduction. Good evening, my C++ students, and welcome. This evening we have Khanyi. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yes, that's perfect.
Khanyi, yay, welcome. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, great. And thank you for allowing me to record this. I hope you realize, Khanyi, that I recorded and I posted to YouTube.
So I'm a beer celebrity.
Oh, of course. By the way, oh, Luke is here. Great. Luke, welcome. Luke is my most consistent Zoom student. So I'm so happy that Luke is around. Yes. Hi, Luke. Hello, Luke. Luke, where are you? Yay! There's Luke. Luke's got 100% attendance. 100% attendance. That's cool, Luke. Great. Thank you for joining us. We've got Khanyi on the other side, and she was just telling me about her experiences with C++. Okay, would you mind repeating that, Khanyi?
Oh, yes. So I was saying I'm a beginner coding student, and everything just seemed so rushed. So I feel like I'm hopping onto the programming one course, and then all of a sudden I have to deal with arrays, which is in coding 2. And I feel like there's such a gap in between of things that I don't know.
Okay, so you registered for cos1511, that's our course, and then cos1512, I assume.
Yes.
Okay, so don't feel overwhelmed. Let me tell you what has happened. So cos1511, if you notice 1511 and then cos1512, 1511 comes before 1512. In my humble opinion, you should have done 1511, completed it, and then started with cos1512. Because cos1511, again, in my view, is a prerequisite to cos1512, not necessarily a co-requisite. So there's the first myth I need to sort out with you, Khanyi, right? So it's understandable that you are feeling overwhelmed, all right? So don't feel as if you are alone. There are many other students in a similar situation as you. Okay?
Okay.
That's point number one. So what had happened previously at UNISA, they used to have semester courses where you would have done cos1511 in the first semester, say from February to May, June, and then students would have passed 1511 and then they would have registered for 1512, where you would now register for cos1512 in say July, August till December. But I noticed this year they have one, I'm calling it a super semester. It's just one complete year, right? And my view is that you should have finished, got cos1511 over and done, then went on to 1512. But be that as it may, you've registered for both. You have time. It's only the middle of the year, June. We can salvage our curriculum and our course. Okay. So that's point number one. Right. Next one, Khanyi.
And then I'm struggling a bit with void functions. I'm just not understanding how the void function works.
Okay, all right. So what I can do is I can help you with functions. Your strategy for tackling this course, if I may, I'm going to share my screen as well. I've done this some years ago. Let me share my screen and let's go to, all right, so there's my screen. I'm going to share this with you. Khanyi, are you part of my group E and have you been following my videos?
I have. The ones you post on YouTube, I've been following.
Oh, great. Okay, there's one video on exam strategy for YouTube, right? I just want to take you to that one. So I'm not going to waste your airtime or Luke's time in terms of the video for exam strategy. Let me go and find that. It should be under my C++ videos. So there's something called exam strategy, EXE. Now, I know it's a couple of years ago, but no. How to prepare for C++? Is it C++? C++ exam strategy. No, it's part of my. Let's see, where do I look for that? So if you have time, I actually give you a strategy of how to tackle this course. And it's one of the videos that I have lots and lots of views. Is it exam? There's the simple void function. You asked me a question just now. I'm going to come back to that. But let me give you the. See, I'm put on the spot right now to look for the video. I know I've done it. And I've got some good reviews. When I say reviews, students liked it, they watched it, and they said they followed it, and they passed based on that, right? Search across your channel, EXAM, exam. There we go, exam strategy C++. I published that on April 25th, 2015. So I'm just going to go to that one. And let's start it. So this is a strategy to check on our course. And it's 6 years on. Khanyi, it's 6 years on, and I've got 440 views. So in my book, that's like a Beyonce movie, right? Khanyi, a Beyonce video clip.
I'm hearing you.
Khanyi, you don't seem to see that.
Yes, I'm here.
Luke, 440 views.
Oh, yeah, that's excellent.
Have I muted? Oh, sorry, have I muted you?
All those chapters from there and start by going.
Okay, so Khanyi, would you mind watching the Zoom, the movie, the one on exam strategy?
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. So let me tell you what I did in that one. Right. So Khanyi, I'm going to stop sharing now, and I'll post the link in the chat. And that's the link for my exam strategy. So our strategy for this evening, you're spending some time with me, using your data. If there's anything you learned, is to watch this video on the strategy to tackle this course. So I give you simple tips like go through the PowerPoint presentations. I will email it to you again if you like. Go through the lessons, go through the end of chapter lessons, go through the exercises, our past year papers, right? So that's another one I'm going to tell you about how to tackle it, right? Then you asked me, the next question was the void function, correct, Khanyi?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So let's look for the void functions. You asked me about void functions. Void, let me go to my channel. Hey, this is cool. Imagine I don't have to reteach everything. All I got to do is go and look for my videos that I did some time ago. So let's go to Prinavin Governor.
Okay, got everything backed up to the archives.
Yeah. And guess what? They've been running the course with the same study guide and the same lessons for a good couple of years. So avoid.
Sure.
No. C++. Let's go back to my library. I just found it just now. Let's go home. My videos, which is your videos, clicks on. So you asked me about a void function. Do I have a void function? No, I must have. I saw it just now. Search VOID, void. And Khanyi, while we wait, while I'm looking for a video, please like my videos. Can you see all those 440 views and likes that I got? So I hope you become one of them as well, all right?
I sure will.
Thank you. It's just a joke. I don't think that I've got functions there. Right, before you get to void functions, you should also go over a simple function, right? I have it out here. Let's see, show all functions. But I will make another video for you if you like. Let me go back to my let's just search for you asked me for exam. What if it's case sensitive? Oops, I seem to be wasting time out here. Let me go and share the screen again. Khanyi. So please tell me when you can't see the screen, Khanyi, right? Functions. There's my functions out here. So I've got a video posted in July and I got it posted in September. There's user-defined functions. So please go over that. But what I can do for you now is I can go over the concept of functions and do the program with you guys, right? Let me take my study guide. If you have anything in particular, you let me know. And let's find our functions, right? So I'm gonna each question you have for me, I'll try and answer that, right? Functions. Luke, are you okay, Luke, with functions?
Yes, I'm relatively fine. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So you don't mind me going over functions with Khanyi, right? So there we go.
No, absolutely not.
It's on page 197, Khanyi. Thank you, Luke. So with programming, Khanyi, you can't say I'm going to jump in and start with lesson 17. That's my view on programming. Trust me, I've been with it for years. You got to ensure that you understand lessons 1 to 16 so that when you do lesson 17, you are okay with that. It's not like you having to study another subject, like let's say, for instance, any other subject, let's say history. And I'm going to talk about history from 1950 to 1960. You can skip the entire history before that, but not with programming, right? So I'm going to go to let's go to lesson 17 right now on page 198. And I'm going to do a simple function before I jump to void functions. Right, let's see. So Khanyi is putting me on the spot. She wants me to find out what it is. What's a function? And I am going to take a program. Let's go a little bit. You would have done this example with you. The ABS function. Let's see. Let me take something that's. I'm going to. Let's take this example. Let's look. Writing a function. Right, there we go. There's the function that I'm going to take. Now, you must see how fast I type, Khanyi.
Oh, your screen is frozen.
Oops. Let me just, let's just stop the share and reshare. Hey, we got another student. Let's, Khanyi, are you now able to see my screen? Page 218.
Yes,
right. So watch this. Check out what a fast typist I am, Khanyi. I've taken page 218. I marked the text, and I'm going to open up my code blocks. Khanyi, can you see my code blocks? I go a little bit faster.
I can only.
I'm opening.
I can't see the code block screen.
Oh, okay. Let's. Maybe I'll have to stop sharing. Share again. Now, Khanyi?
Yes, now I can see it.
Okay, so project title in honor of Khanyi, Khany. Is it I?
Yes, I.
Okay, so there we go, Khanyi. The project title is called Khanyi. Next, finish. Let's go to sources, main CPP. I'm going to cheat a little. I delete all of that and I paste it. Now, let me start. Can you see how fast I'm typing, Khanyi?
I see.
Am I fast
Flash.
or am I fast or am I fast?
You are super fast.
Thank you, thank you.
Too fast.
Right. So because I've got to save you time, I've got to save you data, I've got to, right, there we go. So this came from page 218, Khanyi, and they told you that they have the function in there, not they, well, the lecturers or the guy who wrote the study guide, okay? So let me just build this project to see if it works. Oops, it has an error out there. What's the error? Time was not declared in the scope. That doesn't look right. Let's see, let's look at the study guide. So where was time? Ah, this was the issue that the students had sent me. I don't know if you see in our discussion forum that there was a problem with time. Well, not time, the variable time. And in here it is, I had to take an example where there's a problem with the question. This doesn't look right. I don't want to take a question that has a problem with it because then you are unable to teach you the problem, the issue with the, let's see if I can take another example. Oh, there's another example, right? So page 216, determine the maximum of 3 values. I'm sorry about this. I'm not going to go and correct ma'am's error or the study guide. No problem. I'm a very fast typist, right, Khanyi? So let's go for it, right? You are going to read up page 216, and here I am going to explain to you what's happening. Right, so page 216. So you want to know what's a function, basically, right? Control C, Control V. Khanyi, am I a fast typist?
Very fast.
Thank you. How I look for compliments with you guys, huh? I gotta. Luke, you still there with me, Luke?
Yes, I am, sir.
Okay, great. You know how fast I am as a typist, right?
Yes, well acquainted.
Thank you. 26 lines. Let's go and do a build. Please, did it work? Yay! I'm so happy. 0 errors, 0 warnings. So, Khanyi, here's a program which I've taken from page 216 of your study guide. And the objective or the starting point was, Khanyi said that she has difficulty understanding the concept of a function. Khanyi, you with me? Is that your query and question?
Yes.
Right.
I'm with you.
So what I did was I went to the study guide and I jumped straight into looking for a function to explain to Khanyi. And I took one of the difficult ones because I'm expecting Khanyi to have done some work on her own because she would have submitted assignment 1 and assignment 2. And for her to have gone through assignment 2, she would have had to have completed the entire study guide. Khanyi, is that so, Khanyi?
Yes, I want to say yes, but I don't want to lie. I didn't go through the whole study guide. I went through YouTube.
Okay, that's fine, right? But what I also noticed in assignment 2, they hardly tested you on functions. I'm not sure if you looked at the way the questions were. Have you looked at the questions?
Yes, they did. I did.
And functions
there wasn't
is
a lot of
very important. Yes, it's very, very important. So here's the question. I know it works. And one of the things that would help you to determine what the program does is comment statements. So in line number 1, it says determine the maximum of 3 values. That's your comment statement. Line number 2 includes IO stream, right. Now, look at this program. It's a little complicated because it's got 1, 2 functions in there. There's my main, this is called a function, by the way, main function, your main man, your main program. So in line number 18, I have a declaration, and in line number 20, I'm declaring my float values, A, B, C, and largest. So there's 4 variables out there. In line number 21, it says, see out, enter 3 numbers. By the way, Khanyi, you would have noticed I start reading my program from line number 18.
From the main function.
Yeah, that's where the main man, that's where it starts. I'm not starting to read from line number 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So as a side joke, my wife thinks that programmers are a bit dilly because we miss out all the lines on the top, or we read from left to right. For example, I will say A, B, C are of type float. She said, why don't you say float A, B, C? You could say that, but programmers are programmers. We look for ways to make life complicated. That was a little joke. So what happens in line number 22 is I request A, B, C, 3 numbers, and then I ask to transfer control. So that's what happens in line number 23. I am now transferring A, B, C, which are variables of type float. Whatever is stored in there, these are my parameters. They get transferred across to max 3, which now I go to line number 13. In line number 13, there's a one-to-one correspondence between A and X, B and Y, C and Z. Then I answer whatever happens inside of lines 13, 14, 15, 16. In this particular instance, Khanyi, it so happens that in line number 15, I need to go and transfer across 2 variables inside line number 15. There's this thing about us programmers being a little weird. We have to start reading from in fact, at the right-hand side. I go out here and I say max 2. So I now got to transfer control to line number 5. And look at now line number 5, and there's 2 parameters out there. So you must remember our whole objective, Khanyi, was to determine the maximum of 3 variables. And the only way I can do it, or another programmer who thinks like me, is if I compare 2 variables at a time. I'll compare 5 and 4 and determine which one is higher. Then I'll take 5 and 4, 5 is the higher number. I will now look at, let's say 5 and 7. Then I say, oh, 7 is more than 5. So I now take 7 as the higher number. So this is the whole concept of the way a function basically operates. I call on each other. So it's like this in real life. I am no baker. I can't bake a cake, but I need to bake a cake, or I need a cake for a birthday coming up. So what I do is, I don't know where you're living, Khanyi, but I will go to the bakery and I will outsource the baking of a cake. So I go to the bakery and I say, listen here, I want a big cake, chocolate cake, and it must say happy birthday Prinavin or happy birthday Khanyi on it. They will do it for me and they will give it to me. So this concept of a void function, before we get to that, a function is where we outsource our stuff all the time. So now bearing that in mind, I'm going to run the program and fingers crossed it works. So build and run. Khanyi, you still with me?
I'm still here.
Right, so build and run. Enter 3 numbers. 5.
Bro, we can't see the
All right, let's stop share. I need to share. Let's see if build and run works here. Stop share. Let's do that. Let's do a share again. Whenever I run my program, I've got to, there we go. So it says enter. Can you see that? It says enter 3 numbers.
I can see it.
Right, great. So that, can you see it? It actually goes to line number 21. Oh, you can't see that, but if you're looking at your textbook, it will say that, right? 5, 7, and 2. The maximum number is 7, which is true. Am I correct, Khanyi?
Yes, that's true.
Right, that's true. So let's go back to my screen so we know the program works. Right? So what happens in this, what happens out here? In line number 22, I entered in 5, 7, and 2. It went and transferred control. So in line number 23, all it wants is the largest number from those 3. It goes and requests, like in my instance, making a cake. I'm going and sending it to the bakery, and I'm asking them, bake the cake. These are my 3 conditions, A, B, C. I want a square cake, chocolate cake, and it must have the words happy birthday Khanyi on it. So those are my parameters. Those are my requests, my requirements, and you go and bake it. It so happens that when I call up Max 3, they need to get flour, sugar, and what else do you need to, and fresh cream. So they go and call upon another function. So that's the concept of a function, right, Khanyi? So I'm just whetting your appetite at this point in time. Now, what you need to do, Khanyi, is you need to go through our study guide to figure out what the discussion is all about. Let me share my screen again. All right. So Khanyi, here's the explanation of what's going on in the program. Take a look at functions, max 2 and max 3 again. Continue, 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 and you will get through what's going on. If you don't get to understand something, I would suggest you go back a lesson or 2, right? So let's take another function that they have. Right. Khanyi calculates the compound interest on an investment amount. So Khanyi, you want to watch you type again so fast? Right. So let's do a copy. I did a click on my mouse, copy. And Khanyi, if you don't mind, I'm going to use a new project. Click on File, click on New, click on Project. Console application, C++. And this time in honor of Luke, who's my most consistent student, I'm going to name the project title Luke. Luke, do you like that?
Yes, sir. Why not?
Of course, right. So Luke, there we go. Control V. Aha! Am I a fast typist or what? Right. So I copy that. And I'm gonna paste that. Right, so I think I gotta take that line 20 out. So here I am. I have a program out there. Let's do a build. Let's see if I did my typing correctly.
You can't see your code blocked.
Oops. Let's do that again. Thank you. Now, can you see my code blocks?
Yes, we can.
Oh, great, great. Can you see Luke's name? Luke is becoming famous now, just like you, Khanyi. Right. So let's talk about this program, right? I always think of programming like a story sum. Once upon a time, there was a C++ program. And in the C++ program, there were 3 variables: amount, rate, and total. I used to say the 3-bear story. Once upon a time, there were 3 bears: mother bear, father bear, and baby bear. Once upon a time, there were 3 variables: amount, rate, and total. How's that for a, here I am, PhD lecturer talking about mother bear, father bear with my university students. In line number 12, there's another variable, term declared as int. In line number 13, I'm requesting amount to be invested, C in amount. Line number 15, I'm requesting the interest rate. Line number 16, I'm requesting rate. Line number 17, how many years will I invest this? In line number 18, I'm requesting input. Now what happens in line number 19? In line number 19, I have what is known as a function call. I'm calling my function. I'm calling compound interest, and I'm passing across 3 parameters: amount, rate, and term. Now this is actually a return type function. You asked me for a void function, but I'm going a little bit complicated and I'm going with a return function. A void function won't display anything. That's what void does, right? It doesn't give me anything back. So in line number 19, control is transferred to line number 5, 6, 7, 8. After it finishes whatever it has to do, for example, in line number 7, it calculates it according to a particular formula. It now displays it in line number 20 and 21, and it now gives me a display in 22, 23, 24, and that's it. So this is the concept that you need to bear in mind when working with a function, whether it's a void function or a return type function, right? So let's run the program. Let's run Luke's program, build and run, build and run. Enter the amount to be invested. Let me do a screen share again. A screen share, which is Luke, Khanyi, can you please tell me if you can see my screen that says enter the amount to be invested?
Yes.
Great. So let's see how much. Well, I'm pretty rich, so I've got 10,000 rands, right? Let's take 100. I'm not sure what it'll give me. Next question, it says enter the interest rate. If you notice, it starts off at line number 13. Then I went to line number 14. Now I'm in line number 15. So my interest rate is 10%, right? How many years will the amount be invested? So let's just take 1 for now, right? So it comes in line number 17 and 18. After 1 year, 100 Rand invested at 10% will yield 110 Rand. Ooh, that looks rather right, Luke. What do you think, Luke? What's 10%?
No, that's correct.
10% of 110 Rand. Yeah. By the way, this is called test data. I'll teach you how to run a program at no extra cost. Khanyi, I'm glad you're laughing. Thank you. Thank you. You got the joke. So whenever you're running your program, don't take random numbers. Luke was able to tell me just like that, it's right. Apart from him being clever and all of that, Luke. But how did you know that? Because Luke invests money, you know, he's into making money. So my test data, I always use 100 because it's easy to work with. I'm able to calculate 10% of 100, which is 10 Rand. And I take a 1 year because I know after a year, you're going to get 110 Rand. So this line, these lines 5, 6, 7, 8, you can consider that as being your financial advisor. All you know is you've got 100 Rand. You know, it's, by the way, 10% is pretty good in return on investment, right? And you know you want to keep it for a year in the bank, and you're going to get 110 Rand at the end of it all. So that's your concept of a function. Khanyi, you started off at 7 o'clock, being a little bit confused. You asked me 3 questions. How do you tackle this course? I've given you some homework. You asked me a question about a function. You actually said void functions. I took a function from the study guide and I explained it to you. What's your level of confusion, if I may say that?
Honestly, right now it's better, a lot better, because I actually understand that we are calling out from different functions before into the main function. So that makes sense now. Just a quick question. So if we have a void function, that means that function won't do what? Will it not show when we have the main function?
Good point. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this question around, right? I'm going to go and look for a void function. Let's go look for a void function in the study guide, right? So I'm coming back to what you said, void. Right. So there's the, do they have, yeah, so a void would just display, let's find something that just works it out for us. All of these are returned. Let me go to, can you see, as soon as it says the word return out here, that means it's no longer a void function in my book. I feel that's your return type function. You know, you're getting an answer to it. And I'm looking for something that does the answer for me. There we go, void. But the void function that we are using is, these are called void functions as opposed to value. What about the standard functions? We've seen a few standard libraries. Think of the getLine function. They are used as standalone. These are called void functions. So there's my void function, the getLine. We don't write that out. It's written as a void. So if you don't mind, Khanyi, read through lesson 20, which they talk about void function. It so happens in this case, this void function doesn't seem to be working. Or does it? Yeah, it works. Okay, it looks like it's going to work. So let's go to now and compare what Khanyi asked me initially, which is the void function. So it says display a row of asterisks, right? And I'm going to say copy. I think I need my charger. Give me a split second. I'm just going to get my charger. Sorry about that. That was I need my charger because my laptop will die on me. We had load shedding today, so I forgot to charge it. How's the load shedding going on your side?
Luckily, it skipped us today.
Oh, it skipped you. Oh, no. It has down. Right, I'm back. Let me see who else is there. So I'll in their honor, I'll name the project. So, right. Who's there right now? What can I name this project? I like to, then I also learn people's names as well. So I go to, and I make them famous on my YouTube channel. Let's do the stop share. Khanyi is there. G. Who's G? Mamad Jadiji. Hello. Hello. Mamad Jadiji. Did I pronounce it correctly? Hi. Oh, okay. You don't want to talk. Okay, no problem. Maybe you're having problems. G, who's G? G, are you there? You're gonna unmute. Okay, I can't seem to be hearing you. All right, doesn't matter. I'm gonna call my project Khanyi 2. How's that? Right. So, right. Let's go there. Share screen. I found a program that works. I'm going to say File, New Project. Can you see the screen?
I can.
Okay, great. I'm going a little bit faster now. KHANYI2. By the way, this is not very good ways of naming projects, right? But I can do that because I'm the boss. Delete that. Delete that. I'm going to show you how fast I type. Khanyi. Hello. Am I a fast typist?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Now the question was, What's a void function, right? I can tell you quite easily, this is a void function. Do you know why it's a void function, Khanyi?
Because it has void there.
I gotta hand it to myself. I'm a brilliant lecturer, right? So, okay, for the purposes of us, I'm your e-tutor, but I also lecture, right? But can you see how easy it is? I actually led you into answering the type of question that you asked me, and you answered it. So you are absolutely correct. It's a void function because it says so. Now, here's my question to you, Khanyi. I'm going to Luke's program. Khanyi, if you look at lines 5, 6, 7, 8, that's a function. My question to you, Khanyi, is this a void function?
No. I don't think
And tell me why.
so. Because it doesn't say void.
Exactly. Can you see how easy programming is? I don't know why you found it difficult. I'm going back to it. It says, line number 4, it's got the word void in there. You'll notice, Khanyi, inside this function, it doesn't have the word return in there. Can you see that?
I can see.
Lines 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no mention of the word return. Do you see that, Khanyi?
Yes, I do.
Right. That's also another giveaway that it's not a return type function. If I look at Luke's program, inside lines 5, 6, 7, 8, it has the word return in there. That is an indication that it's a return type function. So it's giving back something. You know, sharing is caring. This whole notion from an Indian perspective, seva, give back, charity, you know, all of those things. But in a void function, we're not giving back anything, right? So let me do a build on this one. So Khanyi 2, yay, I'm so happy there's nothing out there. Again, I'm going to read the story of this program. So once upon a time, there was a program called Khanyi 2. Khanyi, don't fall asleep just yet.
I'm here.
No, I'm giving you a story. Generally, when I used to tell stories to my kids, they'll fall asleep, you know, so I'm just saying.
Oh.
Right, so once upon a time, Khanyi, there was a program called Khanyi 2, and the program had one variable called m. This variable was an integer, and it was declared in line number 12. In line number 13, Khanyi, we requested a positive integer. And that's where I talk about line number 14, I said C in. In line number 15, this is where I had a call to a special type of function, right? I'm using it like that, and I'm passing across a parameter. This, in actual fact, is a procedure in a way, right? It's not truly a function, because a function is called within another variable type of a name, right? So in line number 15, control is transferred to line number 4. And line number 4, it has a parameter. There's m and there's n. Control is now transferred from m to n. And then it runs lines 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you see it displays C out the asterisk? That's displayed in line number 7, which is within the void function. So let's run this program and let's see what happens. Build and run, build and run. Enter a positive integer. So I'm going to enter in a positive integer 7. And there it displays, oops. Let's do another share. Let's do a share. There's my share. And now, Khanyi, can you see it? It runs the program. It says display a row. Khanyi?
Yes, I see an enter positive integer 7.
Enter, and it gives me 7 asterisks, right? Let's run it again. Let's run the program again. Build and run, build and run. And I'm now going to enter in a very large number, 20. And believe it or not, there are 20 stars out there, right? Now you'll notice your question was the whole concept of this void function, right? The special type of function of void. lines 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Line number 7. Can you see it displayed the star? The display of the stars took place inside the function. I didn't transfer control back to the main program, and then I went and displayed it out there. Do you see the difference, Khanyi?
I do.
Right. Luke, do you see the difference, Luke?
I do, sir.
Right. So let's go to Luke's program. There's Luke's program. Luke, line number 22, 23, 24 is where I went and displayed my 110 Rand. Right, Luke? That took place in the main program, not in the function. Right? There's my function call. And another thing about the two different ways, Khanyi 2 and Luke, in line number 19, I called the function, and the function was called with total, another variable, whereas in Khanyi 2, I do not have a value being transferred into another variable. I just called this procedure display row. Just to highlight the concept, let's change that star to the @ symbol. There's the @ symbol. I build and run, build and run. Build and run this. Build and run, build and run. Enter a positive number, an integer. Give me a positive integer, Khanyi.
13.
13, thank you. Look at that. Ah, man, you're supposed to be jumping for joy. This is how programmers, we get so happy.
Yay! Yay!
Let's try this again, right? Right, build and run, build and run. I want you to think of a number between 15 and 17.
16.
That's the same number I was thinking of. Luke, Luke. Right, 16. Enter.
Yay!
Right, check it out, There's 16 @ symbols. Those 16 @ symbols were displayed in line number 7, which is inside of the void function called display row. It wasn't displayed in the main function. And that, Khanyi, is a simple explanation of a void function. How long did I take?
It was perfect.
Ah, thank you. Right? Okay, so you asked me 3 questions. I hopefully spent 57 minutes or so explaining it to you. Luke, I hope you learned something there, Luke, as well.
Yes, I have, definitely, sir.
Great. And the other 2 students that joined us along as well, please unmute your mic and say hi. Oh, Simpiwe joined us as well. Yay, come on, say hi. G. All right, so given the time constraints that I had, within an hour, I tried to answer Khanyi's question. And Khanyi says I did a good job, so I'm happy. I made my evening. Yay. I get a high when a program works. That's us programmers. Khanyi, do you have a short, quick question? It's 3 minutes to our family meeting. Takes place at 7 o'clock on a Friday evening. Luke has joined.
I think I'm good.
You're good?
Yes, I'm good. I just need to go and practice.
Yes. Practice. Programming, you can't read. You got to write out the program. Luke, talk to me, Luke.
So just, is it possible for you to show that void program again?
Yes.
I'd just like to ask a question.
Sure. So let's go to the void function. Here's the void. Here's Luke.
I see the link between how the main displays the row. They display row M and on top you see void display row integer N. So what's the link exactly there?
Right. Good.
Besides display row, like, because in the brackets on 15 it's M, and then on 4 it's at 4 it's int N.
Okay.
So
Very
how
good.
does the
Good question. Right. Now you asked me for the link between the two. So in line number 15 is where I called it by its name. So just like how I'm calling you, I'm saying, Luke, unmute yourself. So that's what is happening in line number 15. I'm saying, display row, I'm calling you, and I want you to pass across whatever's in line in M. And just like I asked Khanyi to give me a number between 15 and 17, Luke thought about the same number, I thought about the same number, and Khanyi thought about the same number. Am I right, Khanyi?
Yes, you're right.
Yes, and Luke is in Eastern Cape, right? Yeah, Luke, you somewhere there?
Northern Cape?
Oh, Northern Cape. Okay, okay. Khanyi, where are you?
Johannesburg.
Johannesburg, and I'm in Durban. So all three of us are on the same wavelength. And the number that we transferred across was 16. So 16 went across from M, Luke, and it went and N took on the value of 16. Do you see the link now between the two parameters?
Yes,
Luke?
sir.
Right.
I
So
do.
16 went inside and line number 6, and I is less than equal to 16. That's all the link. They linked by 16, the number 16. M and N. There's a whole section on parameter passing. There's a value parameter, an actual parameter, passed by parameters by reference. That's another section altogether, right? But unfortunately, the question that, or fortunately, Khanyi had asked me was about functions. And the way I explained the function is, I needed to pass across a parameter so that she could see the difference between a return type function and a void function. And right now she knows that as soon as it says void, that's where it is a void function. And if you don't see the word void and you see the word return, that's your return type function. And that transfers across to the main program. All right, Luke, I hope that clarified an issue between the link in line number 15 and line number 4. And Khanyi, I hope I explained to you what is a void function versus a return function. In order to explain what's a void, I had to go to explain to you what's a return. So if I could think of an example, the only thing that comes to mind is if I had to tell you what's a boy versus what's a girl. Boys have certain characteristics, girls have certain characteristics, so you'll know the difference between the two. Okay, okay. I just thought of that now. All right. And she's laughing. Yay, I made her laugh. I should become a stand-up comedian like Trevor Noah or somebody, you know. I'm wasting my time here as a tutor in C++. Okay. I'm looking at it, it's past 8 o'clock. Family time is over. I hope I've reduced your level of anxiety from level 3 to level 2.
Yes, you have.
Khanyi, you get my levels I'm talking about? I hope you saw my announcement to the joke about it. Read between the lines. Lockdown
Yes.
levels. Lockdown, Luke.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
lockdown
yes.
levels, right? Okay.
Huh.
Khanyi, you need to now go and read up on these lessons on functions. Use my example of copying and pasting. I'm the only guy who will tell you to copy in your compiler. Run the program, see what it does. Read the instructions and the discussion on in your study guide.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll do so.
And
Thank you, sir.
you're welcome, Luke.
Thank
Hey,
you, sir.
I can see another person put on their screen there. Madajidi. He's not there, his video is on.
I think it's my judge.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, can we say our goodbyes now? Okay, goodbye, Luke. Khanyi, put your video on. At the end, we just put our video on to say goodbye. Goodbye,
Yeah,
goodbye,
okay.
goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Bye. Thank you so much for your help.
You're more than
Thank you.
welcome. You're more than welcome. I'll post the video on YouTube and I'm making you famous. Yay. Well, Luke is famous already because he's been for all my classes, right? So let's stop the recording. Where's the stop recording thing now? Oh, there we go. Stop video, stop video. Right. Oh, no, that's not stop video. I'm supposed to stop recording. Oh, there's the stop button. I'm getting used to the Zoom story, right?